Kia ora and welcome to Bruce Pullman Arena, Takanini, Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. For this, the OFC Futsal Nations Cup 2023 Matchday 2 action and a place at the FIFA Futsal World Cup Uzbekistan 2024 at stake. I am Seamus Martin, thrilled to be bringing you this coverage together with OFC TV. Wherever you're tuning in from, welcome in for our second day of action here. Kicking us off this morning, it's a clash between the Kingdom of Tonga and Vanuatu. Both sides on the losing stakes. It's match 5 and needing a win to stay alive in this competition. So all to play for Tonga and Vanuatu. If you're just tuning in and you missed yesterday's action, let's take a look at the results. It was Fiji with a 9-0 win over Tonga. That was followed up with a 5-0 win to Tahiti over Samoa. New Zealand, the hosts, opened their campaign with a 6-3 win over Vanuatu, and then in a pulsating final match, it was the Solomon Islands and New Caledonia fighting out a 2-2 draw. What does that mean in terms of the standings? Well, Fiji sit atop Group A. New Zealand closely in behind, and as I mentioned, this is a must-win match for either Vanuatu or Tonga if they are to keep their semi-final hopes alive. Over in Group B, it's Tahiti, only team in Group B to register a win. That draw between New Caledonia and the Solomon Islands sets up an intriguing Matchday 2, and that will be coming up later on after this. Stick with us. Samoa bringing up the rear, looking for a win to stay in the competition. Well, let's check in with the two teams for today, beginning with that of Tonga. The captain, Sione Tuifangaloka, is injured and misses out on selection for this match. The armband goes to Semisi Otokolo. Keep an eye out on Vanuatu as well as Christopher Kefu. And number 11, Tavita Falepapalangi, at just 15, is one of 5 teenagers that coach Manu Tualau is able to call on. I'm sure Kingdom of Tonga will be tuning in and looking forward to this. For Vanuatu, they had a sluggish start against New Zealand. They trailed 5-0 at the break, but rallied in the second half. Off the back of goals to the captain, Michelle Coulon, Kemley Lehi, and Kevin Donald. Keep an eye on those three, ably supported by number 3, Jason Timatua. A reminder that it is rolling subs in futsal, so the starting 5 will start the match. Expect changes from the get-go. A warm welcome if you're tuning in from Vanuatu or from Tonga or anywhere else around the Pacific or further afield. And the Oceania Football Confederation have partnered with It's a Penalty to use the power of football to raise awareness about safeguarding in sport.
Every child has a right to be safe from abuse and exploitation
during their lives and as they play sport.
Globally, 1 in 8 children are abused or exploited before the age of 18.
The majority of those affected are girls.
In most cases, a child is abused by someone they know.
We stand with It's a Penalty to keep kids safe.
Join us.
If you suspect abuse, report it.
It's a penalty.
Well, we all have a role to play in keeping our kids safe in sport. If you suspect abuse, please report it. Just a small smattering of fans here at Bruce Pullman Arena. There's a Monday morning, back to work for some. School holidays here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So if you are in the area, entry is free. Head on down to Bruce Pullman Arena. Enjoy some matches. Well, today's matches, we will kick off shortly with Tonga and Vanuatu. That'll be followed up with a match between Samoa, who were impressive in their 5-0 defeat against Tahiti, and New Caledonia. Solomon Islands faced Tahiti at 4 p.m. And rounding out today's action is a match between the host New Zealand and fellow Matchday 1 winners Fiji, which promises to be a pulsating encounter. Fiji very impressive in their 9-0 win over Tonga. Equally so, New Zealand in their victory over Vanuatu. Well, all in readiness here. We await the arrival of our match officials and the two teams. There is form to go off between Tonga and Vanuatu. They met last year in the OFC FUTSAL Nations Cup. It was a 9-0 win to Vanuatu on that occasion. They were scheduled to meet 4 years ago in the World Cup qualifiers. Tonga, unfortunately, were impacted with a measles outbreak in camp. Cast your minds back 4 years ago. We were battling measles in the Pacific. They were unable to feature in their 2 matches in the playoff spots. It's the 3rd appearance for Tonga at the OFC FUTSAL Nations Cup. Finished 7th last year and 8th in 2019. For Vanuatu, it's been a while since they have advanced to the semi-finals, finishing 5th last year and a 6th place finish in 2019. But Coach Ben Hungai has big expectations for his side. Shortly, flags of the 2 national teams will enter Bruce Pullman Arena, followed by our match officials, and finally the 2 teams. Well, as I mentioned, it's a must-win encounter for both Tonga and Vanuatu. Need to win to keep their hopes of a semi-final alive. There are matches for 5th to 8th place in this competition as well, so they will be played through on Thursday and our final match day on Saturday. Mention entry is free, so if you are in the Tamaki Makaurau area looking for something to do with the kids on school holidays, get them down to enjoy some fantastic international futsal action. Youth program kids at this tournament supplied by nearby Papakura Football Club, located in Auckland's southern suburbs. Let's familiarise ourselves with the match officials for our match today. It's a Saudi Arabia duo that will lead us, Yahya Al-Thwani and Ismail Msawed, assisted by Hiro Deligny of Tahiti, and the timekeeper is Rex Kamusu of the Solomon Islands. Our reserve referee, Charlemagne Wahio of New Caledonia. There is the stand-in captain for today, Semisi Otokolo. He starts in goal. Tonga, their familiar red strips today. Fortunate for Sione Tuifanga-Loka, captain from yesterday, injured in that match and unable to take part in the fixture today. They are a proud nation, Tonga. Vanuatu, Anthony Kwai was impressive yesterday despite conceding 6 goals. In fact, all the goalkeepers yesterday, by and large, were in top form, 2 of them receiving Player of the Match awards. Keep an eye on Kemley Lehi, 19-year-old, is a live wire. Kevin Donald, Jason Timatua also impressive on match day 1 action. Shortly, we'll head down pitch side to take in the national anthems of the two teams, beginning with that of the Kingdom of Tonga. Let's take a moment now to enjoy those.
Anthem of Tonga. And now, the national anthem of Vanuatu.
Well, two resounding renditions of the respective national anthems. If that is a taste of things to come, we are in for a fantastic match. Both teams singing their hearts out, the pride of their nation on their chest. Well, as the teams conduct the practice of fair play, it's an opportunity for us to familiarise ourselves with futsal if you aren't too familiar. Rolling subs are entitled in this match. 2 periods of stop clock 20 minutes. Each team has the ability to call a timeout if required. And fouls are accumulated. So after 5 fouls, any subsequent fouls will send the team to the 10-metre mark for a direct free kick on goal. Slightly different. Your first time to tune in, strap in. It is going to be action-packed. Tonga looking for their first goal of this competition after a 9-0 loss yesterday against Fiji. And for Vanuatu, they will be looking to register their first win after a strong second half against the host New Zealand last night. They were down 5-0 at half-time. They conceded again to go 6-0 down. A goal to that man, Michel Coulon, started the comeback. And while they ran out of steam, they were worth the 6-3 defeat. There is our first referee, Yahya Al-Thwani from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Match officials from the Asian Football Confederation have jetted down to Aotearoa, New Zealand to assist with this competition, which is a qualifier for the FIFA Futsal World Cup to be held in Uzbekistan next year. So the 8 teams that are here, all vying for a place in that global competition. Message from the Vanuatu team. Himaloto Polovili is ready to go for Tonga. So it is Tonga versus Vanuatu. Tonga in their traditional all-red strip. And Vanuatu in the yellow shirts, attacking the goal to your left. Await the final signal. And we are underway. So Tonga attacking the goal to your right and immediately looking to play in Christopher Kefu. Welcome into this broadcast brought to you by the team at OFC TV. Seamus Martin, thrilled to be bringing you all 4 of today's matches here from the Bruce Pullman Arena in Takanini, Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. Just a little bit of a here is Captain Michel Coulon. Brought his team back into the match against New Zealand last night. Here he is now, Coulon, an opportunity. And there's the first goal. Did Kevin Donald get the first touch, or the last touch? You will see. It's taken them. Yes, the goal has been credited to Kevin Donald. Just 40 seconds on the clock, and Vanuatu have opened the scoring. Here is Donald, the goal scorer, looking to work another opportunity. Well, casual there from Otukolo. Donald's second goal for the competition. And Vanuatu wasting no time and getting themselves onto the score sheet. Ball out of play there. Kemley Lehi. Coulon breaks free again. There's a strike there. And saved with the knee from Semisi Otukolo. Already called into action on a few occasions. Here's a set piece. Polovili's touch lets him down. Played straight out from Coulon. There's Aho, the restart. One of 2 Ahos in the team, Unaloto. And the number 3 shirt as Donald wins the ball back. A yellow card early. I think that's the second of the competition for Vanuatu. So he does go into the referee's book, Vanuatu, and that is his second yellow card. Just stretching out, there was Lutu, and clipping the heels of Kevin Donald. Straight into the wall of Tonga. There's Lutu, the man with the yellow card. Kefu rolls his defender, and Anthony Kwai has to come out and sweep for his side. Just an example of how quickly the play can change from defence to attack. There's a shot from distance from Polovili. We're largely restricted to long-range shots yesterday with Tonga. Coulon's been involved a lot early on. Vanuatu captain. Deflects off him for a restart on the sideline. Need to get things underway quickly with Tonga. It's again Kefu, the intended target. Lutu just unable to clear his lines. Recovers enough to put it outside. Kimli Lehi, one of the goal scorers from yesterday, and a shot just fizzes over the top of the Tongan goal. Straight from the restart, and it was Sandy Masao with a good connection. Vanuatu will look to try and dominate position. They were without the ball for long periods of time against New Zealand. Quick turnaround for all of these sides. Good skills there from Kishley Joseph. Already a number of changes made by Ben Hungai, including this man, Yashin Birukilukilu. Vili helps it on, but Kefu's not able to take control. Well, just an example of how quickly the game can change. Kevin Donald, the first goal scorer, was a sub just 14 seconds into the match, and then ended up scoring after 40 seconds. So as a commentator, you really need to keep your eyes peeled on who is on the court. Caught me by surprise to see Donald tapping in. He wasn't listed on the original starting five, but Ben Hungai wasted no time and just making that slight adjustment. Maybe looking to catch Tonga off guard as Tonga look to break here. And it's a chance for Kefu, which just goes wide. Well, good feet just to shift the ball. There's this man, Christopher Kefu. Very famous name in Tonga sporting circles, Kefu. There's Vanuatu break here. It's a chance. Simisi Otokolo recovers well there. Birukilukilu looking to score his first goal of the competition. It's one of the youngsters just giving it away. And there's a big chance for Vanuatu, and rattles the crossbar. Birukilukilu. Well, it was given away by Fale Papalangi, just 15 years of age. So great experience. Just got caught on the ball. It was Joseph who laid it into the path of Birukilukilu. His shot hit the crossbar. There is the youngster looking to make amends. Fale Papalangi. One of 5 teenagers in this Tongan squad as they look to the future. Tonga, one of the few OFC member associations that have entered all of the competition categories this year. Sent a beach soccer side to Tahiti as a goalkeeper looks to stretch his legs. Otokolo. Just making the point there, but Tonga, a have entered across men's, women's, beach soccer and now futsal. So a testament to the development work going into the Kingdom of Tonga. They are a proud nation. And they are looking to develop every aspect of the global game. As Lutu just gets caught. It's Timatua. He was impressive yesterday against New Zealand. Well, it's Jason Timatua. Just getting caught on the ball. There's Biru Kilukilu. And the goalkeeper and captain today, Simisi Otukolo, is busy. It's a chance there to Manu Olivao. So two of the youngest members of the Tongan squad on the court now at the same time. At the other end of the spectrum, this man here at 35, Peter Uhutahi, is the veteran. So, a real mix. He's caught on the ball there. There's one of the youngsters. Olivao. Martin Gete is quick to dispossess. Didn't see much of Martin Gete against New Zealand last night. Just unable to wrap his foot around that one. Here is Gete, skips clear, squares it into the path. Oh, well, in the end, it was unable to be forced into the Tongan goal. George Mahit is on the court now as well. He also didn't see much game time against New Zealand, so Ben Hungai wasting no time in spreading the minutes across his squad. Each team able to call on 14 players, and there's a big chance here if Joseph can be freed. The ball finds its way to Joseph, feet to get around, and George Mahit just unable to get the final touch. It was quick feet from Keshley Joseph. He was in all sorts of space, round the goalkeeper, squared it across, did everything right. George Mahit unable to get that touch on to extend this lead. Just see on the scoreboard in the background, Tonga there already given away 3 fouls. So they are in danger of sending Vanuatu to the 10-metre mark if they continue along this vein. Just 5 fouls allowed before that direct free kick comes into play. So discipline will be important for the next 14 minutes for the team in red. Good play. Timatua was looking for a shirt to run across into the D and put a strike on that. There was none there. Kevin Donald checks back in, the scorer of the only goal in the match so far. George Mahit. Pressure there from Viliame Falevai. Falevai just gives it away. And the yellow shirts stream forward. As Joseph finds Mahit. Timatua. They're just not linking up, Vanuatu, and there's a chance for Tonga, and it's side netting. Well, I held my breath there as Ateli Aho with a huge chance. Just a quick counter took it first time, and I thought that had rested in the back of the net. Just on the outside. Well, Ateliaho, the 16-year-old, with a big chance to score Tonga's first of this competition. And there's a timeout coming up for Vanuatu. No timeout in the end. Had a signal down from the timekeeper's bench, but play on is the call. Vanuatu just looking to keep possession in their own half. Oh, miscontrol there from George Mahit, maybe thinking about what he was going to do with the ball before he received it. Just checking. Now, referee Yaha Alathwani just checking with his timekeeper Rex Kamusu of the Solomon Islands. Just making sure our technology is all in order. It is critical that the scoreboard is functioning because it is a stop clock situation, so when the ball is out of play, the clock does stop, so every second vital in a game of futsal. So our officials really need to be dialed in. They've been here for a few days on a workshop prior to the matches kicking off. The guidance of the OFC refereeing department led by Kevin Stoltenkamp. Busy year for our officials as well. The 9th team of this competition are the referees. And Kevin Donald just ruining that chance. A chance here for Vanuatu. It was Donald, the goal scorer. Good scrambling defence from Tonga, just to close the space. And now it's Vanuatu that call a timeout.
Timeout called by Vanuatu.
Chance for Ben Hungai, former national team captain, to pass some messages to his team. Now each team entitled to 1 timeout per period of the match. So Tonga still have the option of a timeout should they wish to take it. This timeout's not carried forward to the second period. Well, Tonga had a big chance through Ateliaho to tie this match up. Aho 16 was played in by another one of the teenagers, Maloni Manu Olivao. So looking to develop futsal in the Kingdom of Tonga. And they have an eye on the future with 5 teenagers in the squad of 14. Back live now through Vanuatu, getting us restarted. Timatua. Well, Semisi Otukolo was aware to that. Good turn there from Fale Papalangi, but he was unable to just regain possession. Lehi now skips outside. Tongan defender. Well, they're looking to counter quickly, and it's Polovili just couldn't get a touch on, with the desired touch on that to force a save from Anthony Kwai. They are looking to break at pace, Tonga, and counter-attack when they can through long direct play, started by their goalkeeper and captain, Semisi Otukolo. So happy to absorb the pressure and then counter-attack at pace. Fascinating encounter between these two sides. A great ball played through to the feet of Kemli Lehi from Sandy Misau. Nearly made it all the way through to Kevin Donald with the back post run. Here is the 15-year-old, Tevita Fale Papalangi. Polovili is under control. Well, they're just lacking that little bit of quality in the link-up play, Tonga. They've come close to an equaliser. Now looking to counter effectively. Lehi comes all the way across to Sandy Misau. And that's a foul. It was Viliame Falevai. Just with two bites there on Sandy Misau. Well, that's the fourth foul for Tonga. So they have 11 minutes to try and avoid the ire of our Saudi Arabian officials. Timatua, good save. Otukolo. It's coming through a sea of bodies. Added responsibility for the goalkeeper today. And so far, you can see him just demanding things of his players. Timatua looks to work the opportunity with Misau. And quick as a flash, Vanuatu jump out to a 2-0 lead. Great interplay between Sandy Misau and Jason Timatua. Well, Otukolo was demanding things of his team. Possession was turned over, and Timatua was left with the challenge of rolling it into the back of the net, and he did so. Score his first of the tournament. Back live now. Anthony Kwai just ensuring that he didn't handle outside of his area there. Big body contact between Uhatahi and the goal scorer, Timatua, who is on the far side on the ball here. Well, it just looks like Vanuatu have turned the dial up a notch. Again, you see Otukolo just screaming at his players to get forward. They are looking to counter-attack at pace. Well, Timatua's goal came in the 9th minute of play. It came when Tonga were enjoying just a little renaissance. Polovili. Great ball and a vital touch there from Lutu. It was John Holu who was looking to link up. Once again, you see Otukolo just really wanting his players to stream forward as soon as he wins possession and launch a counter-attack. Misao gets us back underway. Miscontrolled. Just took his eye off the ball, did Steve Nona. Don't recall seeing Steve Nona on court against New Zealand last night. So once again, Ben Hungai is getting some minutes into the legs of all of his 14 members. So far, just the second goalkeeper in the squad. Hina Hadye yet to make his way onto the court. Good defensive work. Kefu comes flying in. And a yellow card comes out. You just see, he had eyes on the ball, did Kefu, but he got a lot of Kevin Donald at the same time. He just cleared out. Kefu, yellow card in the 10th minute. Second Tongan to go into the book today. It was good work by Sitaleki Fisi to get back. Did enough to slow things down as the goalkeeper saves bravely at the feet of Sandy Misao. Here's Fisi. Did ever so well to track back and slow down Kevin Donald, but Kefu just came through and cleared house, picked up a yellow card for his troubles. He's right in front of Ismail Msawade. The Saudi Arabian official was left with no option but to brandish the yellow card. Second of the day for Tonga. And it goes to Holu. Here's Holu again. Well, control lets him down. Just not able to get play moving in the required period of time. And a break here. Not able to win the ball back was Uhatahi. He had Kefu on his left if he was able to win possession. Try and free up the player who had just picked up the yellow card. Misao fighting a little bit of pressure. Here's Nona. To Holu. When they attack with pace, Vanuatu, they're a real threat. Here's that longer distribution again. Tactic employed by Tonga very clearly. Nona just toes that one through. Fisi, just a heavy touch. So he's going to line one up. He is just wide. That was Misao. Got a good eye. Good sight, I should say, on goal. Just wide of Otukolo's upright. Tonga call a timeout. Well, the tactic is once Otukolo gets the ball, he does look to launch a longer attack to a Tongan target or a flanker. in the Vanuatu half. Hasn't come off yet. The closest Tonga have got was the number 6 in shot, Atieli Aho. It broke for him on the right-hand side. Got a good connection. And it was only side netting. Little tap on the head for the Tongan goalkeeper, who's wearing the captain's armband today in the absence of Sione Whangaloka, who is out injured today. Sandy Missau. It's Kefu, who's on a yellow card, just needs to be mindful. He's a player that is wholehearted, is Kefu. I would imagine he will slow down if he has the opportunity to win the ball. Here's Aho. Hopeful, shall we say. Steve Nona. Finds Missau, just helps it on, but all the way over the sideline. Kefu just loses his footing. Lutu. Body check there on Kimli Lehi. Good feet from Lutu. There's a chance for Kefu. And another opportunity, and it's just sliced wide. It was Viliame Falevai. And we'll take a look at that when we can. Live action now. Back on play. It's end-to-end entertainment. You haven't had the opportunity, you really should come down to Bruce Pullman Arena and check out the skills on display. Another nuance of futsal, the goalkeeper Anthony Kwai there, not able to involve himself in the play, or it would have been an indirect free kick for Tonga on the edge of the D. Streaming forward was Holu. Just unable to get there from Beru Kilukilu. It's a foul. First of the day's action. Conceded by Vanuatu. Oh, Kefu just looking to get the first connection in front of Anthony Kwai there. It's an effective tactic when executed well. Kimli Lehi there to score his second of the tournament. It's good defence from Lutu in combination with his goalkeeper, who gets a touch on that. That's a second foul in quick succession. And it's Yassine Berukilukilu. He broke clear by Lutu and just halted in his tracks by Yasin Berukilukilu. Looks like he's in a lot of discomfort here. It looks like it's going to be the end of certainly the first period for Vailutu. He hobbles off. He'll be treated by and it was a yellow card in the end to Yasin Berukilukilu. So the number 6 for Vanuatu goes into the book.
Yellow card for Vanuatu, number 6, Yasin Berukilukilu.
First yellow card of the competition for Vanuatu goes to Yasin Berukilukilu. Michel Coulon back on court. Oh, good turn from Joseph. Was looking for the run of Timatua. And a third foul now. Smile from Kefu. He's okay. Coulon, he was looking for Kimli Lehi. Polovili just loses position. It's Joseph bearing down on goal. Well, you could see what he was trying to do, and well read by Semisi Otukolo. He had 2 yellow shirts making the back post run. And the big goalkeeper just narrowed the angle and smothered the cross. It's given away again, but regathered by Tonga. All that clearance, he's lucky to get away with that. Here's Viliame Falevai. Falevai continuing with defensive duties. Save, great save, and double save. Well, all action. Semisi Otukolo with a double save, and Kimli Lehi just headed over. And it was Coulon initially. Spread himself well, did Otukolo. He's a big man, but he's got great flexibility. Timatua, Kimli Lehi. Well, it just needed that touch. It's not for the first time in the first period that last touch was needed by Vanuatu. Uatahi's gone down here. And he's back to his feet, and on the ball now is Uatahi. Shot from distance from Manu Olevao, the youngster. Well, similar to yesterday's match against Fiji, it was 3-0 at half-time there. It's 2-0 at the moment. Tonga are knocking on the door. Not regularly, but they are creating opportunities. And you'd love to see one go into the Vanuatu net. Otukolo. Not sure whether that was out of frustration or technique, but Otukolo just booting that one down the court. He's been at his team constantly as the goalkeeper and captain today, looking for that sort of distribution which comes off this time. Crowded out, and Vanuatu break through Donald, and he fluffs his lines, not for the first time either. Kevin Donald just looking to maybe put too much power on that. Here is Donald, will he make amends? Frees it up for Timatua, and Donald gets the touch. Sweeps it home this time. Second of the day for Kevin Donald, third for the tournament. Well, it was one right in the centre circle. Donald fouled Timatua, and that angled ball into the D was enough just to get an extra touch and sweep it home. So 2 goals today for Kevin Donald after 40 seconds and 15 minutes. 3-0 to Vanuatu. look to, well, that was a critical intervention from Kemli Lehi, but it has still broken to Fisi. And Anthony Kai just pulled his hands out, knew it was going wide. He's not able to really get close to the Vanuatu goal to get those shots in. Restricted to shooting from distance. You get the feeling that if they are able to just work an opportunity, it will find its way in. Oh, we see the kick again, and that's almost down the stairwell outside of Bruce Pullman Arena. It has gone, disappeared. Job for one of the ball kids to go and find that in the vomitory. Back on court, triple step over from Michel Coulon. Ends up on the floor of the Pullman Arena court. He's clutching his face here. Let's hope there's nothing untoward. Sure what happened there, but there's a few step overs. Let's take a look. Coulon just look to get on the outside of Sitaliki Fisi. Sure there was too much in that, but Michel Coulon play restarted with a drop ball. We're looking for Kevin Donald or Sandy Misau. On just the one step over that time. Maybe learnt his lesson. And that's a foul. Well, temper's just starting to bubble here. Sitaliki Fisi is just dragged away by a teammate. It was the youngster, Tevita Fale Papalangi. And Donald just admonishing himself there. He's over to apologise. We're going to have to just have the... I thought we might have to have the court wiped down there. Does get very slippery if there is any fluid or liquid on the court, and the perspiration from the players can contribute to that. And there it is. Fourth goal for Vanuatu. And Sandy Misau. That time it was Kevin Donald turning provider. It was Timatua, Donald to Misau. 3 passes, 1, 2, and the third pass into the back of the net. Sandy Misau scores his first goal of the competition. And they're in again here, Vanuatu. A 4-0. Goal coming in the 16th minute. It's so action-packed, futsal, you can't afford to switch off for a moment. No sooner is a player committing a foul, and we've got action in one of the goal mouths. Spare a thought for our OFC TV crew, having to keep up with graphics and replays. But they are doing a fantastic job. Second day on the tools for the OFC TV crew. Bringing you these pictures live out of Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. Welcome in wherever you're enjoying these matches from, especially our viewers in the Kingdom of Tonga and in Vanuatu. to Malo Lele. And good morning, Olketa Wantok, Olketa Taui. We'll put that one down to a shot off target from Tonga. Steve Nona. He's seen a lot of action so far in this first period. We've been running for over 45 minutes now. So just goes to show how much energy is exerted by these teams. Not just physical, but mental as well, having to stay concentrated and switched on for the entire time. Reminder, there is no additional time in futsal. Do play to a stop clock, so every second vitally important for the two teams. As Nona fires straight into the legs of Fale Papalangi, and his pass unable to find Aho. We have a change of goalkeeper for Vanuatu. Looks as though Heheina Hadie has made his first appearance. I saw Anthony Quiet just taking a spot on the team bench. There's a shot coming in from Coulon, straight into... First it was Biru Kilu and then Nona. Coulon, it was straight into Biru Kilu and he set up Steve Nona. Not able to fire past Otukolo, the Tongan goal. Viliame Falevai goes for a slide along the Bruce Pullman Arena floor. Uhatahi, just a heavy touch. Is Nona going to make this? He doesn't. Falevai certainly not holding back there. In the end, it's a restart to Tonga. Possession just given away there. Maybe just a little bit more care needed from the restarts for Tonga. They are looking to try and counter-attack at pace. And Michelle Coulon has ended up on the court. And it was Uhatahi just wrestling Michelle Coulon to the floor, and it's going to be a direct free kick from the 10-metre mark. So they are into the 5-foul area already, Tonga. It'll be Yasin Biru with the responsibility against Semisi Otukolo, and crossbar, ball still in play. Well, sharp work on the far side. Straight off the crossbar. It actually ricocheted into the Bruce Pullman Arena ceiling. And that is why we have a restart from the sideline. So much power on the strike from Biru Kilu. Crossbar maybe still rattling down behind Semisi Otukolo. Here's Nona. Well, that was a much needed foot in from Fale Papalangi. One over the top from Jason Timatua. Falevai. Straight to Nona. And here's Coulon. Good save. Here's Nona. Oh, just saw Uhatahi just kick out there. Maybe missed by the officials. Not the second. Well, he's treading a fine line, is Peter Uhatahi here. No more, says Yaya Althwani. I feel like he won that one, the second one. I think it could be the first. But either way, it's back to the 10-metre mark. This time it's Steve Nona. The last from Beru Kilukilu rattled the crossbar. What can Steve Nona come up with? It's Nona. And this time it's in. Flies past Otukolo. It's a great connection on that. Hit the net rising. Uh, 5-0 now, Vanuatu over Tonga. A minute to play in the first period. And Gete. Well, there were arms all through the back from Viliame Falevai. Almost straight from the restart. It's Viliame Falevai into the book. He's still well, after all of that, it's going to be Jason Timatua. I'll take a moment to explain what's happening here in just a second. We'll enjoy the action first from Timatua. Off the upright. Here's the follow-up from Gete. It's a great save from Otukolo. Solid connection straight off the right upright, and then there's the save from Otukolo. Well, inside the last minute here. There is the second goalkeeper for Vanuatu on court. Heina Hade. Kifu just not able to find the ball there. Nona's toe punt slices wide of the Tongan goal. Chance maybe for one more attack. Timatua just shifts from left to right. Three seconds left on the clock, and down to 1 second. We'll play to the referee's whistle here. Chance for one last shot from Uatahi. And that is half-time here at Bruce Pullman Arena, where the score is Vanuatu 5, Tonga 0. Take a look at the first half highlights shortly. In fact, let's have a look at those highlights now. And it just took 40 seconds for the first of 5 goals. It was Kevin Donald, who was a substitute after just 14 seconds, getting the final touch, which set Vanuatu on their way. Tonga created a few chances. They were punished on the counter-attack time and time again. Get it. Great feet, you can see. Quite often that final touch inside the D was not there. This was Tonga's best chance. Side netting. It was when they were turning over the ball. The chances like that were punished by the Vanuatu side. Second goal there to Timatua. This was another opportunity skewed wide from Tonga. Their two best chances came down that right-hand corridor. Semisi Otukolo was inspired and pulled off a number of saves. That was Kevin Donald's second, and Vanuatu's third goal. Swept home inside the D. Once again, a turnover, just resulting in a 3-pass goal. 1, 2 to Donald, and 3 to Sandy Messau to put Vanuatu 4-0 ahead. Chances really. Sent to the 10-metre mark, and on the second occasion it was Steve Nona that scored Vanuatu's 5th of the first half, after Yasin Biru-Kilukulu had earlier rattled the crossbar. Another direct free kick, this time from just outside, forced a follow-up save from Semisi Otukolo, and Otukolo's Tongan side trail Vanuatu by 5-0, and we will be back with the second half after this break. Welcome back to Bruce Pullman Arena, where the scoreline at halftime is 5-0 in favour of Vanuatu. Tonga have had their fair share of chances, but it has been Vanuatu far more clinical in front of goal and building on their second half performance against New Zealand yesterday afternoon. There is the Vanuatu captain, Michel Coulon, just encouraging his players. Maybe some last words. They currently lead. Here is the Tongan side. They've battled hard. They have Tonga, their goalkeeper and captain, Simisi Otukolo, has been called into action on a number of occasions. Just awaiting the return of the two teams to the court. Some final high fives for Vanuatu. Smiles all round from the team. They'll be satisfied with their work so far. For Tonga. Match officials have been kept busy. Yellow cards. 3 in fact to the Tongan team. To Vanuatu, Christopher Kefu and Viliami Falevai. And a yellow card to Yasin Birukilukilu for Vanuatu. So they've been kept busy. Have our 2 officials from Saudi Arabia, Yahya Al-Thwani and Ismail Msawad. See some fans enjoying the free offering. It'll be Kevin Donald, Sandy Misau, Kimli Lehi and Michel Coulon, together with Anthony Kwai. That will start for Vanuatu. And Simisi Otukolo, Vanuatu, Christopher Kefu, Himaloto Polovili, and Uhila Tautuau. Unaloto Aho, actually, the number 3. Here's Anthony Kwai. Really only had to partake in housekeeping, the Vanuatu goalkeeper. Tonga have come close on 2 occasions, once hitting the side netting. And another just skewing off. Viliame Falevai. If you're just tuning in, it is 5-0 in favour of Vanuatu over Tonga. Welcome in. This broadcast brought to you by OFC TV out of Takanini, southern suburb of Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Second period of the first match of match day 2 of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup 2023. Stick around, 3 more matches to come after this one. Will be Samoa taking on New Caledonia next, before the Solomon Islands tackle Tahiti. And rounding us out for match day 2 is a match between the hosts New Zealand and Fiji. So a full day of international futsal action. But for right here, right now, it is Tonga all in red, currently trailing Vanuatu by 5-0. Tonga attacking the goal to the left of your picture. Vanuatu attacking the goal to the right, and Kevin Donald, who has scored 2 first-half goals, will be looking to try and round out a hat-trick as Unaloto Aho gets a last-ditch challenge on this man, Kemli Lehi. Just saw a little bit of physicality creeping into the Tongan side at the close of the first period. Tempers threatened to just bubble over. Maybe the 15-minute break is enough to cooler heads prevail. They certainly look more threatening when they are operating with a bit more calmness. They are a proud, passionate people. Those from the Kingdom of Tonga. Welcome in if you are tuning in back in Tonga. And indeed, if you're tuning in Vanuatu. So happy to bring you these pictures all across the Pacific region and further afield. Just looking for that diagonal pass for the run of Kemli Lehi. Shalkulon is going all the way back to his byline. Under pressure from Vanuatu, who hobbled off the court in the first period, did Vanuatu. He's back on his feet and back out in action today. So good to see that injury not ruling him out. Already lost their captain. This morning. Sione Tuifanga-Loka. It's Himaloto Polovili here. Well, they've flooded the D, which tells me they're going to go straight down the guts. Deflection off Kevin Donald. And we will have a restart from the sideline at the feet of Unaloto Aho. Polovili strike. Not threatening Anthony Kwai in goal for Vanuatu. Multi-talented as Polovili, also works in administration for the Tongan Football Association. It's Vanuatu with a big win here. There's a chance on the far side, but Kemli Lehi did well to snuff out that chance, as did Polovili, but it's broken. And it's Michelle Coulon who stabs home at the far post. Well, Polovili got the block in here, and it was freed up for Michelle Coulon. And he was left to tuck it over the shoulder of Semisi Otukolo. So 1 minute 59 into the second period, and Vanuatu score their 6th of the match. And it's the captain who started the comeback last night, and they're in again here. So, Lotuaho was adamant that that had crossed the sideline. Referee Althwani was in great position to make the call, and the call was no, the ball is still in play. Polovili just looking to put Kevin Donald under pressure. Here's Lehi. It's around Uhatahi Lehi. Polovili with a crucial touch. Red shirts crowd around Kevin Donald, and side netting. Just towed downfield from Polovili. Looked to link up with Kefu, just not able to. the turn of the youngsters to come onto court together with the veteran Uhatahi. There is Hemaloto Polovili. Manu Olivao unable to keep that in play. He wins the ball well there, does the 16-year-old. The shot from Polovili is really a summary of Tonga's chances so far, all from distance. They had one sweeping counter-attack the first period, which Teeli Aho sent into the side netting. Good save from Semesi Otukolo. It was reasonably routine as Kevin Donald. And he was back to his feet quickly, was the Tongan goalkeeper and captain. Called into action on the second occasion as the shot was over the crossbar. Here's Timatua. Can he keep that in? No, he can't. And that's going to be a corner. Side netting. A good strike. The radar just slightly off from Michel Coulon. And he had more time there, did Te Vita Vali Papalangi, to bring that down. Here's Holu. Oh, it's in his own goal. Uhatahi just couldn't get his feet sorted. Well, he was looking for the back post run. It was Yasin Beru Kilukilu looming large on the back post. John Holu squared it into the danger zone, and Peter Uhatahi just couldn't get a right angle on the clearance and has sliced it into his own net. 7-0 now in favour of Vanuatu. The chance here at Uhatahi's execution, just not able to find the youngster, Manu Olivao. Well, it was 9-0 when these two sides met last year in the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. Vanuatu threatening to better that score at 7-0 with 15 minutes plus to play. Here's Timatua. Finds Beru Kilukilu. Fale Papalangi does well to get back and defend. But at the moment, they're under constant pressure at Tonga from this Vanuatu team. Uhatahi with a heavy challenge. Here's Holu. His touch lets him down, and it runs into the path of the goalkeeper, Otukolo. Vailutu there, just looking to get forward. He needs to get himself back into play quickly here, Vailutu. Can't afford to be down to 3 players, Tonga, for any period of time, such as the constant pressure from Vanuatu. See the fresh face of the 15-year-old there. Te Vita Vale Papalangi It's a mix of youth and experience that's been selected for Tonga. Timatua goes close. 5 teenagers in the squad. Timatua just glided inside. Saw his shot go wide. Aho. Skips clear. Does Michel Coulon of Christopher Kefu, who's on a yellow card. Kefu. Joseph. Good pace. Just couldn't twist around to get that shot on target. It was a good touch to take him away from goal, but Tongan goalkeeper did well to close the angle. It's Timatua. I thought that might have been a handball on Uatahi. Not spotted by the official, and Tonga have an opportunity to break here through Kefu. They just looked to squeeze through the 2 Vanuatu defenders. It was Coulon and Keshley Joseph. Maybe one thing Tonga just lack ever so slightly is acceleration over a short distance. In abundance with this Vanuatu team. They are very explosive and very quick. Tongan players physically gifted, just in those short sprints. They just half a yard slower than their counterparts. But it's not for a lack of effort from Tonga. As Coulon glides through, bearing down on goal. There's a chance here for Joseph. But they scramble through. Well, it's a hallmark of Tongan football. They defend and defend and defend. It was Fessy backing all the way back, and together with his goalkeeper and captain, just closed the space down. Not allowing Vanuatu any time to get that shot away. Just a reminder there for Michel Coulon. And substitutions need to be made through the gate in front of their technical area, marked out with tape on the court. Substitutions also marked by the exchange of bibs from substitute to substituted player. Good touch there. Could hear it very clearly on FX mics. Semisi Otukolo. Was Beru Kilukilu, and Otukolo got the hands up. Better discipline in the second period from Tonga, yet to concede a foul. It's been 1 foul to Vanuatu so far. Found themselves in accumulated foul trouble, did Tonga in the first period, sending Vanuatu to the 10-metre mark on 2 occasions, one converted by Steve Nona, after Yasin Beru Kilukilu had earlier hit the crossbar. Here is Beru Kilukilu. They did have an opportunity for a third, did Vanuatu. On that occasion, the foul was conceded inside the penalty area, so rather than being sent back to the 10-metre mark, it was taken from where the foul was committed. And on that occasion, it was this man, Jason Timatua, who hit the upright from just outside the D. Good save from Unalato Lotto. Unalato Loto Aho was Hina Hadye, who has come in. Just see, it's a hallmark of futsal goalkeepers, almost to stay on their feet for as long as they can. All the matches, in fact, that we've played so far, this is the 5th of the tournament, have been marked by very good goalkeeping. We saw a virtuoso display last night from Matthew Wasson, the New Caledonian goalkeeper, almost single-handedly earning his side a point against the Solomon Islands. It was a relentless evening of attacks from the Solomon Islanders on Wasson's goal. And the New Caledonian goalkeeper stood up to most. It was 2 goals from Maika Lialafa on that occasion that broke the resolve. And here is Vanuatu with Gete. And Otukolo just sticking a leg out. No, that's a foul. Yellow card. And it's Jason Timatua.
Number 3, Jason Timatua.
Timeout called by Tonga. Jason Timatua becomes the 2nd Vanuatu player to go into the book, following Yasin Berukilukilu. And Tonga called a timeout. It gives their coach Manu Tualau a chance to pass on some information to his team. Seems to be some calm instructions being passed from the coach to his players. Simisi Otukolo has taken the opportunity to get some fluid on board. He's been busy today as a Tongan goalkeeper, wearing the captain's armband in the absence of Sione Tuifangaloka, leading his side with pride. We'll restart with a free kick to Tonga. 2nd foul of the 2nd period for Vanuatu. So far, no fouls for Tonga. But Vanuatu just on the back post. What can they come up with from set piece? Olovili. For the first time today, he sent that one up into the stands. Well, they're committed at Tonga, trying to win the ball higher up the pitch. That time it was Unalato Aho. Aho was a member of the under-23 side that recently attended the men's Olympic qualifiers. Here he is on the ball, and a great save. 2nd time that Hana Hadye just backed away. Gete there has got a touch, and it's gone through the legs of Otukolo. That's Vanuatu's 8th. It was a straight ball. He held off Vanuatu and got the touch. Did Martin Gete. They break again, Vanuatu. This time it's Tavita Fale Papalangi. Just wrong foots Lutu there, but he does well to recover, does Vailutu. Block from Aho. Polovili. Breaks for Lutu here. Gete squares it across. Oh, brave goalkeeping. At the feet of Kevin Donald. Here's the run of Nona, just not quick enough. Vale Papalangi not able to make that pass stick. The youngster. Good win by Fisi. Skips clear. He's got a player inside. Here it is, and there it is. Christopher Kefu scores Tonga's first goal of the OFC Nations Cup. Well, it had been threatening to come. Just on a few occasions, we've seen Tonga win the ball high up the pitch. And just a moment of quality in the front third, squared across and swept home from Kefu. Well, that will buoy the Tongan team. You can feel the energy in the room lift. Just shy of 29 minutes. Goal scorer, just some heavy treatment there. Still got a smile on his face. It was Sitaleki Fesi who won the ball high up the pitch. Squared it across to Kefu. But Gete has hit the upright. And it breaks for Fisi. He does well. He's got Polovili on the far side, does Fisi. Just got his wires crossed there. Well, Gete linked up with Donald. And while we enjoyed that replay, Vanuatu score their 9th. And it was Gete, the man who hit the upright earlier. Well, it was a quick free kick. Donald got play underway, found Gete on the far side, and he rolled it past Semisi Otukolo. So 9-1 now in favour of Vanuatu. 2 goals in 40 seconds. No sooner had Tonga got themselves on the board, Vanuatu extended and maintained that 8-goal lead. Mahit, here's a chance. Does well there under the intense pressure from Sitaleki Fisi. It was Kevin Donald who's searching for a hat-trick, lost his shoe in the process. Score remains 9-1. Here's Mahit. Fissi's back heel nearly found the feet of Kefu. He does well, Kefu. Launched long, and a deflection off the young Fale Papalangi gives the corner away. Mahit's unmarked on the far side. They can get it across to him. Here he is now. And his shot fizzes clear of the Tongan goal. George Mahit. Back live. And it's Coulon and Mahit. Coulon. Innovative to try and slide that into the path of George Mahit from Michel Coulon. The intensity has lifted following that goal to Tonga. Almost woken Vanuatu back into life. Who knows, goal difference may be an important factor, so they'll be wanting to win and win emphatically. What can Tonga do? Can they pull another goal back? It was Falevai who handles on that occasion. Cheeky smile from Falevai as he backs away. Mahit. Mahit pokes it home. Does George Mahit. Well, the goals are flowing here at Bruce Pullman Arena. Nice interplay between Michel Coulon and George Mahit. It's the 1-2. First goal today for George Mahit. So Vanuatu hit double digits. First time we've seen double digits in this tournament so far. There's a chance on the far side. And it just wouldn't sit down for Ateliaho. That one straight down the barrel of Otukolo. Well, it's end-to-end stuff. Mahit. Oh, it's good interplay from Vanuatu. Second goal for Mahit. Once again linking up with his captain, Michel Coulon. It was Mahit to Kemli Lehi. Great awareness from Michel Coulon, and Mahit scores his second. Here he is again, Mahit. Finds Coulon, it's Mahit. Somehow that stays out of the Tongan goal. So Mahit with 2 goals inside 2 minutes. Just skips Vanuatu out to a 10-goal lead now. He's content to change the tempo after putting the foot down Vanuatu. Now they're content to keep possession. Sandy Messau back on court. Coulon. Well, he skipped clear. got it onto the left foot and rifled it past Semisi Otukolo. Step over onto the left foot and low and hard past the Tongan captain. Well, it's a change in goal. Apologies to Semisi Otukolo. It's Timothy Whakasaiki who is on court. So Whakasaiki in goal now. Good save. He's been called into action on a number of occasions. There's Hehina Hadye. There he is. Vanuatu goalkeeper. Anthony Kwai earning a rest. Kefu, Tonga's goal scorer, back in action. Skips clear, does Kefu. He's got Aho on the far side. Likes to shoot, and it's straight at the Vanuatu goalkeeper. Aho. Well, it's taken a deflection from Kefu, and it's wrong-footed. Hadye. We'll wait and see whether that is attributed to the Tongan number 7, or if that goes as an own goal. It's been awarded to Kefu, so his second of the day gives the Tongan fans something more to smile about. You can see they're just wrong-footed, the Vanuatu goalkeeper. But it's in the books. It's Tonga 2, Vanuatu 12. So 2 goals to Kefu as Misau looks to tee up Beru Kilukilu. Here is Beru Kilukilu, feeds Misau, and off the shoulder. Whakasaiki, well, his teammates, they enjoyed that one, but it goes past on the second occasion. And it's Timatua. Well, he didn't know too much about it, did Whakasaiki, and on the second calling, Timatua scores his second of the day. Misau, he joins with his second of the day. Sandy Misau. Well, he was fed here. One touch was enough to clear it from his feet, and an unnerving finish into the roof of the Tongan net. Well, they've got their scoring boots on today, have Vanuatu. Kefu just slows himself down. We've got a yellow card here as well. So it's a yellow card to Uhila Tautua, the number 13 for Tonga. Oh, Christopher Kefu just looking for his hat-trick. Well, all action. We saw this a little bit yesterday in the second period of Tonga's match with Fiji. And there is a goal straight from set piece, and it's Kemley Lehi scores his first for the afternoon. Straight from the corner. Kemley Lehi.
Now Vanuatu up by 15 goals to 2.
Now 15 goals to 2 in favour of Vanuatu. A tough morning for Tonga. It's not their heaviest defeat. Their heaviest defeat coming in 2019 when they lost 24-2 to Tahiti. But, put a little asterisk over that one. That was just before the measles outbreak in the Tongan camp. They did lose last year 15-1 to New Zealand. Polovili just looking for that one to settle, to allow him to get a strike away. And marked on the far side is Beru Kilukilu. Ball doesn't get to him. Here's Kefu, who scored 2 goals. Both of Tonga's goals today. He looks like he's just about out of steam. They've been in action for nearly 2 hours. There's Peru Kilukilu. Concedes a free kick. This one is off Gete for a corner. Good strike there. George Mahit back in, links up with Gete. Is Mahit for his hat-trick. And straight in, and gets his third. Courtesy of an assist from Martin Gete. Well, he'd just come on the court, he burst downfield. Gete skipped clear of Polovili and squared it across to Mahit George. So the first hat-trick for Vanuatu. Got a number of other players on 2 goals, including Michel Coulon, Sandy Messau, Jason Timatua, and Kevin Donald, who opened the scoring way back in the 42nd mark. Oh, good save from the captain, who's back on. It's Mahit off the post. Well, hopefully this isn't too serious for the captain, Semisi Otokolo. He had a brief break when Timoti Whakaseiki came on. the other goalkeeper in the Tongan squad. This doesn't look good. Just waiting for medical attention. I think that was the universal signal for the magic spray. Doesn't appear to be any magic spray. Here it comes. Looks like it might be his wrist. Not sure where it occurred. It was George Mahit's shot. Well, he got up, didn't he? And went straight down. Did Otukolo. And as he's received treatment, he does need to go to the bench, which will mean Timoti Whakaseki will need to come in, and at the next opportunity may look to make another change. Timoti Whakaseki. It's his second taste of action. Here's George Mahit. Whakaseki commits. And the clearance is not able to be made. It's Jason Timatua, who is the last of the Vanuatu players to get a touch.
Another goal for Jason Timatua, his third, and now has Vanuatu.
He completes a hat-trick. Just a flick off the inside of his heel. It's Vanuatu's 17th. Second hat-trick of the day for Vanuatu. They've added 12 goals in the second period so far. 5-0 at half-time. It's now jumped out to 17-2. So just as they did against New Zealand, they are finishing strong in the second half. Vanuatu will take on Fiji in their last group stage match on Wednesday. Tonga will face the hosts, New Zealand. They met New Zealand last year in Fiji, did Tonga. They lost 15-1 on that occasion. They also played Vanuatu, losing 9-0. Well, Vanuatu have bettered that scoreline today. The only way Tonga will improve is by continuing to play international matches. Just their third appearance at an OFC FUTSAL Nations Cup, their first coming in 2019. Had the COVID years, and they were back again last year, and this is their third appearance, so they are committed to developing futsal in the country. That's a foul from Martin Gete. Just clipping Tevita Fale-Papalangi. By my count, that is Vanuatu's fourth of the second period. Gete. Noloto comes across. So both teams on 4 fouls right now with 2 minutes to play. Side netting from George Mahit. They continue to defend, don't they, Tonga? They just don't give up. Committed to the cause. The yellow shirts break forward again, and it is a great finish from Jason Timatua. Broke down the right side. He was fed by George Mahit. And Timatua's finish was like an arrow past Whakaseki. Four goals today for Jason Timatua. $18 goals to 2. $18 becomes 19 as Steve Nona gets his second of the match. Once again, it was Mahit, turning provider. Uhatahi got in the way, but his intervention was only enough to send it in towards the feet of Steve Nona. Heavy challenge there from Unaloto Aho. Captain back on. Simisio Tokolo. As we approach the final minute. Well, don't argue from Eteliaho there on Michel Coulon. Really have turned it on in the second period, have Vanuatu. To the last minute, it was 5-0 at half-time. Now that 5-0 lead has jumped out to a 19 goals to 2 scoreline. There's been 16 goals in this second period. Well, if you're brand new to futsal, you may never have seen the likes of this. It's not uncommon. Christopher Kefu, he's scored 2 goals. Tonga's 2 goals today. There's 20, and it's Yasin Berukilukilu who scores Vanuatu's 20th. Well, he'd hit the crossbar in the first period from the 10-metre mark. Well, this one is going to come to a conclusion. And is there a chance for a 21st? And that is the end of the first match of match day 2 of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. And it has finished in a one-sided scoreline, 20 goals to 2 in favour of Vanuatu. They secure their first win of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. For Tonga, that extinguishes their hopes of a semi-final place. They will take on New Zealand on match day 3. Well, Jason Timatua has been nominated as the player of the match off the back of the 4 goals that he scored for his side. There he is, receiving the accolade for player of the match. Player of the match awarded for every game of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. This occasion it has gone to that man there in the bottom of your picture, Jason Timatua. Well, high fives all around for this Vanuatu side. They keep their semi-final hopes alive with a convincing 20-2 win over Tonga. Well, we'll get some comments sideline shortly here from Vanuatu camp. Great to see the Tongan side there congratulated by their New Caledonian counterparts. Spirit of friendship very much alive across the Pacific. It's an emerging sport, is futsal. And as I mentioned, the only way that these nations will improve is by continuing with international competition. Well, we're going to hear from the player of the match, Jason Timatua, who's standing by with us sideline.
Performance and victory for your side. How satisfied were you with that performance today?
Oh, I'm very happy with the boys and the performance. We didn't expect that score, but through our hard work, yes, hard work pays off. Yes.
After that defeat in the opening match yesterday to New Zealand, it must have been very important to respond with a victory like you have today.
Yes, it's very important to respond another game when you lost the first game against a good team like New Zealand. We always keep it up. So we never give up because God is with us. Yes.
And it was an impressive first half, but even more in the second half. What did the manager say to you at halftime that made that difference?
The manager says just keep going and don't stop. Yeah, just do every best. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on today's win and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, they certainly didn't stop, did Vanuatu. They led 5-0 at half-time and added 15 goals to their tally in the second half. Tonga, for their part, added 2 goals themselves in a action-packed second half. 17 goals all up. Well, let's just confirm the schedule for the rest of the day. A confirmation there of the 20-2 win by Vanuatu over Tonga. Stick around. We will have Samoa with New Caledonia shortly, and the Solomon Islands and Tahiti, and rounding out with New Zealand versus Fiji at 7 o'clock local time. Well, Vanuatu, they leap ahead to the top of Group A by virtue of goal difference, but Fiji and New Zealand right on their heels. So it will be the end of Tonga's semi-final aspirations. They will play New Zealand on match day 3. Well, let's take a look at the second half highlights. And there were highlights galore. And we go right back to the 40th second of the first half. And it was Kevin Donald who scored the first of Vanuatu's 20 goals. Shell Coulon, the assist. Well, Jason Timatua scored the first of his 4 goals. He was later named player of the match. Kevin Donald swept home his second. And it was a competitive first half. It really was. There were 5 goals in the first period. There were 5 fouls committed by Tonga. That sent Vanuatu to the 10-metre mark twice. This was the second of those, slotted home by Steve Nona after Yasin Perukilukilu had earlier hit the crossbar. So 5-0 it was at half-time. And then in the second half, Vanuatu turned on the afterburners, and this is the first of 15 second-half goals for the Vanuatu side. They were relentless. Hat-tricks to Jason Timatua and Mahit George. It was unfortunately an own goal from Peter Uhatahi there. Just got his lines mixed up. Put it into the back of his own net. And they were impressive going forward. Martin Gete with the first of his 2 goals. Just winning the foot race and getting the last touch through the legs of Semisi Otukolo, who despite conceding 20 goals today, was excellent for long periods of the match. This was a moment to savour for Tonga. Christopher Kefu sweeping home after great work winning the ball high up the pitch from Sitiliki Fisi. Kefu with a goal for Tonga, their first of the tournament. But no sooner had Tonga scored and Vanuatu were back into the action. And it was a second for Martin Gete. And then a flurry of goals. George Mahit with the first of his hat-trick. Poked home from close range 2 occasions. This was a second. Great interplay from Vanuatu. They really did turn it on at times in this match. Just free-flowing, one-touch futsal. This was the captain Coulon, maybe one of the picks of the goals. Just a step over, dropped his left shoulder and unleashed a shot past Tongan goalkeeper there. Second goal was to come for Tonga, courtesy of a deflection. Route 1 futsal. Down to the target, a layoff and a shot to come in. That was the end of the goals for the team in red. But there were still more to come for Vanuatu. Straight from a corner kick. That was another one for Timatua. Great connection. There are a number of wonderful first-time finishes from Vanuatu through the morning's match. High pressure. Sandy Messau joined in. There you go. There's an example of great first touch to get it out from his feet and then hit a rising finish. No time for the goalkeeper to react. They weren't done yet though, Vanuatu. Another fantastic strike. This time it was Kemley Lehi. There was still 6 minutes to play by that stage. Gete laid on a hat-trick goal for George Mahit, who started the movement after just coming on as a substitute. This was a little touch off the inside of the calf from Jason Timatua. See him just bursting into the area, and there, great skill and awareness. And another sweeping Vanuatu attack, resulting in the 4th goal for Timatua. Once again, good first touch, got him moving forward. Steve Nona joined in the action for his second after scoring from the 10-metre mark in the first half. And Yasin Berukilukilu with the 20th goal. So you can see the two teams warming up in front of us. We will be back at 12:45 for that match between Samoa and New Caledonia. We look forward to your company, but from Bruce Pullman Arena, it is bye for now.